Hello everybody. One of the most hated content styles on YouTube are the infamous family vlog channels. Who would have thought that people who exploit their children for money would also exploit complete strangers for money? Feeding that parasocial relationship doesn't really seem to help when you get exposed for being an absolute fat log of corn-filled shit. However, these people are typically at the mercy of the commentary juggernauts, especially the ones who love talking about poopy. A content style I've learned to despise over the years appears heavily on TikTok and Instagram. Boyfriend and girlfriend content. At least when you watch the Ace Family content, you know Austin McBroom isn't feeding his kids long, drawn-out bits that go nowhere. There's still a charm in knowing when the kids say something cute or stupid, it's probably authentic. However, when you remove the kids from the equation and try to push your wholesome nature through two adults communicating, it becomes much easier to fabricate. These videos are based around two people in the relationship being constantly happy, as well as the boyfriend being overwhelmingly wholesome and kind to his poor, oppressed girlfriend. The dialogue that takes place seems to be more idealistic than realistic, as in what you wish would happen in a relationship versus what actually happens. However, there's one relationship that really stood out to me. A husband and wife, not just a boyfriend and girlfriend, named Hannah and Regal. I'm guessing they're Christians because Hannah has a Bible passage in her bio. The passage pretty much says, believe in God and you'll go to heaven. Really thought-provoking. Let's see if their content has as much substance as their redundant Bible passages. Chapter 1. Love.
Everyone's been wondering, what did you think the first time you saw me?
The first time I saw you on Facebook, I said, "Who is that?" And I ran out to the kitchen and I told Mom that I think I just found my wife.
For Christ's sakes, give me a break. Who's that? You're looking at her Facebook profile. You know exactly who she is. But even then, you run out to your mom and say, "Mom, I found my wife." I think you're forgetting the part where your mom called you a fucking psychopath and gave you your mood stabilizers. So you're pretty much saying it's love at first sight. Like, you saw her face and you fell in love with her? Like, you think she's hot, so you fell in love with her. Like, how can she feel like your love is genuine then? Love at first sight doesn't exist. I definitely think you can see someone and be like, holy shit, I gotta talk to her. Like, no doubt, but that's ridiculous to think that she would be your wife already. This is already off to a horrible start.
And the first time I saw you in person, you walked through the door and your hair flipped and I saw your face and my heart jumped in my chest because you are the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Oh, I love you.
Are we in like a rom-com? Did life go into slow motion when she flipped her hair? Like, are you kidding me? You already knew she was the most beautiful woman you ever saw in her life. You already saw her face on Facebook. I also feel like there's like a part of the script he wasn't supposed to read. Like, I think under like his little dialogue, it said, "I love you," which was her line, but he ended up reading it, so they said it at the same time. Because when he says, "I love you," it just seems so out of place.
The most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Oh, I love you.
I don't know, maybe I'm the one that needs to take the mood stabilizers, but that just seems super weird and out of place and not natural at all. You may think I'm jumping to conclusions, but once you see their other content, you'll realize that a lot of the things they say are definitely premeditated.
Do you think I'm high maintenance?
Yes.
What?
Okay, that is fucking based.
I mean an area of
Never mind.
Like what?
like sometimes your requests have me running all over this house. Like you're creating jalapeno poppers, I'm making you jalapeno poppers.
Why did she laugh at that? All he said is, "I'm making you jalapeno poppers," and then she just started laughing. Like, do you see how fabricated this shit is?
In other areas in life, you're very, very low maintenance.
Okay, I'm listening.
Well, like part of that is I love you and I love to love on you and I love serving you and you're just an amazing woman.
Yeah, this just makes me sick. Like, even if this was genuine, I'd be sick, because he's just so whipped. Also, he justified her not being low maintenance by really just saying, "I love you, I love to love on you, and you're an amazing woman." Like, anyone who's dated a woman knows that they're pretty high maintenance. I mean, pretty much anyone in a relationship is going to need a bit of maintenance to maintain the relationship. But here's a little piece of lore in their family. She's currently pregnant. She's pretty fucking high maintenance. You don't gotta beat around that. You could just be like, "Yeah, you're high maintenance, you're pregnant, but I have no problem with that because I love you." And that would have been, like, way less cringe.
Hey honey, you look really beautiful.
Thank you.
And I just want to let you know that I'm so thankful for you and I appreciate you so much for taking such good care of our son already. And I know this pregnancy has been a little hard at times, but you're doing such a great job and you're going to be such an amazing mom and I love you so much.
I love you. Thank you.
Whenever I see people, like, record conversations, I always think about how they're holding a phone while talking. This seems like the opposite of a red pill YouTuber. Like a blue pill Instagrammer. Like, instead of going up to random women on the street and shoving cameras in their faces telling them how much of a whore they are, he goes up to his wife in her own home, shoves a camera in her face, and tells her how beautiful she is. Like, she runs this account, right? So there's only two things that could happen. Either A, she went to her husband and said, "Here's a script, say all these nice things to me, and make it look like it's just impromptu and wasn't planned." The other option is he just did it himself and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna record this so she can post it on her Instagram," which is really unlikely to be the case. We can all agree that these instances are staged, right? And like, isn't that a problem that a husband and wife are trying to convince people that they love each other by literally setting up interactions? I mean, they obviously love each other. They're married and they're having a kid together. So why do you have to stage anything? Proverbs 12:22 says, "The Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in people who are trustworthy." Now, I'm not saying you lie about loving each other, but you're certainly not trustworthy about how you present that love. Let's move on to the next chapter. Charity.
Telling my husband I don't feel good to get his reaction. I'm not feeling very good.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Hey, you wait right there. I'm gonna doctor you up.
Okay.
You're gonna feel better in no time. I got you this get well soon kit.
Oh.
And you can have it all for the low price of one kiss.
Oh, okay.
What? Where did you get that balloon, by the way? Do you just have that lying around? You just filled it up with your tank of helium? But seriously, what is this get well soon kit exactly? Soup, a teddy bear, flowers, orange juice, a card, a balloon, coffee? Saying I don't feel well can mean like a million different things, including a stomach ache. Like, how is soup gonna help that? You just eat some soup and then wash it down with a coffee and then kill off a fucking orange juice after that? That's probably gonna make you feel worse. When girls I've dated would say, I don't feel well, usually I'd say, oh, I'm sorry, what's wrong? This guy didn't ask her what was wrong. He's just like, oh, yeah, well, you don't feel well? Let me get you some soup. Like she's pregnant. The most likely thing is nausea. So why the fuck would you give her soup, orange juice, and coffee to fix that? But hey, you gave her a balloon that would appease anyone under the age of 8, flowers that you probably picked from the garden, a get well soon card with words on it that you probably could have just told her in person, and a teddy bear that serves literally no utility. The only thing you gave her is the burden of thanking you and feeling guilty for all the hard work you just put in to make her feel better. But realistically, that's not even the case. This is all staged, remember?
My husband does this when he hears the shower shut off.
Yeah.
And I got you some hot tea,
Oh.
some warm towels so you can get all cozy.
Oh, why are you so sweet to me?
Because I love you, honey. Now come here.
Okay.
My mind goes to so many different places at once when I see this fucking clip. First off, the second she turns off the water, he's ready right there knocking on the door. Is he just listening to her shower? But it gets even more convoluted when he walks in with fresh, hot, piping tea and warm towels. Like he was just standing at the door with a fucking coffee mug and towels. I also think about how the fact that he probably just wants to see her fucking naked. Honey, why are you so sweet to me? Because I love you and I want to take care of you. Now here, let me dry you off and rub your naked body. Even if this wasn't staged, and let me reiterate this if I have to, it's definitely staged, but even if it wasn't, this is psychotic. No matter whether he's trying to see your boobs or he's actually trying to be a good person, this is psychotic.
Oh shoot, we have to go home to start my period.
No, we don't.
I don't have anything though.
Check the glove box.
What? Why? What is this?
It's a period pack. I learned from last time, and I got you Tylenol, a pad, your favorite candy, and also a little pamphlet I wrote explaining how to speak to your husband nicely during your time of month.
Thank you.
I mean, it's as much for me as it is for you. I mean, that period be changing you, girl.
God, this is so unnecessarily performative, which is the main theme of this video, but more specifically this chapter on charity, quote unquote. The approach is really self-gratifying in nature because it would have been just as nice to be like, oh, you need pads? Check in the glove box and there's just a bottle of Tylenol and tampons, and that would literally be just as sweet. Apparently, he also left a note on how to speak to your husband during that time of month. That's extremely patronizing and really passive-aggressive. I really hate using the term mansplaining because I think it's really sad that people diminish what men say whenever they're explaining something by saying, oh, you're just a man trying to explain to me because you're a man and you think you're so intelligent. But if there's ever a context to use the term mansplaining, it's this one, where you tell your wife how to act during her period. I'm thinking about how if I did this for one of my ex-girlfriends, she would think it was really sweet, and then as soon as I mentioned the note about how to act during her period, she would actually be really fucking annoyed at me. But getting back to what I said originally, this is really self-gratifying support and charity, because he's doing things so much more extra than he needs to. Maybe springing into action to accommodate the needs of your wife that she may not even have just because she said she's not feeling well. You could have just asked her what was wrong and helped her. Maybe rather than waiting outside of the door while your wife showers, give her a fresh towel before she goes in the shower and ask her before she goes in, hey, do you want some nice tea when you get out? And like I said before, the act of just having tampons and Tylenol ready in your car would have been more than enough to make her feel special. Not only is it not realistic, it's not even conventional. Like, this doesn't help you. You're just setting yourself up to have like a way higher standard of what you need to accomplish just to accommodate your wife's needs. But once again, this shit isn't even real. It's all staged. So your charity or your act of kindness is self-gratifying, which completely defeats the purpose of doing something nice for someone. Even though I'm a skeptic, I think that there's a lot of great messages in the Bible, and I learned this in my time during private school. One quote that I remember sticking out to me is this one right here. To give you the cliff notes, it's pretty much just about how a poor woman gave everything she had, and Jesus said that she donated more than all the rich people throwing in tons of money because she gave everything out of the kindness of her heart. The rich just gave it because it made them feel good. You're essentially being the rich man, putting in more than he needs to just for the sake of putting in more than he needs to, rather than being the person who's donating out of the kindness of their heart. I don't even know why I'm picking on him. This is his wife's account, and she's probably the one making him do all this stupid shit. Let's move on to the third, final, and most important chapter. Chapter 3. Memes.
Hello?
Hello, your credit card has had some unusual activity. We would like to confirm you spent $2,700 at Target.
Oh my gosh, Hannah!
Did you seriously just spend over $2,000 at Target?
I did, but that's just because I had a bunch of fall decorations.
Well, honestly, I'm a little relieved. I just bought a new four-wheeler and now we're even.
What? I was just kidding. I'm not spending $2,000 at Target.
I'm just gonna gloss over the continuity error of her answering her husband's call when she wasn't even in the house. But holy shit, take it from someone with bipolar disorder. That guy has bipolar disorder. He's literally fuming. And then she tells him exactly what happened. In fact, she makes it worse because she says, I bought fall decorations. And he's like, okay, well that's fine. Like, if this prank was real, and this is how you reacted, you wouldn't even be nice. You'd be enabling her fucking stupidity. People who enjoy their content will see this and be like, what a good man. He doesn't even get angry at her when she does the most ridiculous shit in the world. Like, no, this is not the sign of a healthy relationship. Actually, it's the direct opposite. Because if he's too scared to confront his wife on spending almost $3,000 on fucking decorations when you have a child on the way, I think that's complete negligence and you're extremely bitch-made. But of course he's not bitch-made or negligent. That's only under the context of this prank actually being real.
Oh no! Well, I had an accident.
Am I getting trolled right now? Like, is this a satire account and I'm just fucking stupid? Or am I gaslighting myself? Because honestly, at this point, the shit I've seen on the internet, like, I have no fucking clue what's real anymore. They definitely did a double take because the bed was already wet when she was pouring and it, like, cut into her already in the act of pouring. And once again, the guy shows up immediately. What, is he a fucking Skyrim NPC, like, T-posing in the hall waiting for you to fucking interact with him? I'm just now coming to the realization that I reference Elder Scrolls NPCs in, like, every video I've ever made. I really need to break that habit.
Don't worry, honey. Just get off the bed and I'll take care of it.
I'm so embarrassed though.
Honey, you're pregnant. It's not your fault. You can't help it. I'll be right back. All right, honey. I got some fresh sheets and I got you some clean sweatpants.
Thank you so much. This is so gross. You don't have to do this.
Honey, a little bladder juice isn't gonna hurt me.
Is this not fucked up to pretend that you pissed on the bed and then you, like, force your boyfriend to pretty much get you sweatpants for no reason and then change your fucking sheets when they were perfectly fine and all they have is water on it? The man does enough for you, doesn't he? Like, you obviously piss yourself every once in a while. Just use that instance. Why are you making him work harder than he has to? I recognize I keep speaking on these videos like they're real when they're not, but I kind of have to. Because that's the only way I can point out how fucking unrealistic and fake these are. Well, actually, I wouldn't have to say anything. I could have just showed all the clips together with no context and you would have been able to tell, but otherwise that wouldn't be fair use.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, don't touch me! My whole body is so sensitive! Can you please cuddle me? I really need your touch right now.
Really? The towel on the head to signify you're a woman? Was the pregnant stomach not enough? The caption says you're your pregnant wife in this video, so we don't need that added, like, prop for no reason. Because that originated on Vine when people made videos by themselves. You're the only character. You don't fucking need it.
Ooh, it was the baby.
Can you open this for me? I can barely do anything since I'm pregnant. I need to pee. I need to pee. I need to pee.
So that's like the meme. Like, pregnant women need to piss. So look, she's always yelling about needing to piss. Like, you could make the same meme about someone who, like, drinks, like, 7 Gatorades a day. Be like, oh, I gotta pee, I gotta pee, I gotta pee. Motherfucker's drinking 7 Gatorades. Be like, bruh. How many times did she piss today? 21? What are you gonna name your baby? Jeff? Can you shut the fuck up, please? All right, I'm getting way too angry, but this is just what Instagram and Vine comedy does to me, okay? It's what it does to all of us. The last 2 chapters I've been referencing verses from the Bible to explain why these people are total hypocrites. But instead, I'm going to use the most holy book of knowledge in existence, the Bible of FXK. Chad, chapter 13, verse 37. don't post cringe. I've really said all I need to say, and I'm not gonna repeat myself because I think the videos that they've made speak volumes to my point enough. I'm sure deep down these people are good people, and they're just playing the game. You know, you can't hate the player, hate the game, and they're playing the game. Making quick, thoughtless videos on Instagram is kind of the meta for getting famous now, so I don't blame them. One final point I do want to make, though, is how people always talk about how pornography gives men false expectations of women. And I also find that ironic because, if anything, I feel like it's given women false ideas of how to act in the bedroom. Like, every girl I've ever had sex with is just, like, moaning like a porn star when I'm, like, halfway in. Like, can you please shut the fuck up? I just started. But the logic applies here even more. I don't think many men are gonna watch this content and be like, I gotta match his energy. The women are going to be the ones that watch this and be like, I need a man who does this for me. If she gets it, then why don't I deserve it? You don't deserve it. No one deserves this. This isn't even real. But even though a man wouldn't ever do this shit, women are still going to hold them to that expectation, so it indirectly actually affects them in their relationships. Oh, he got mad at me? Well, he's nothing like that good Christian man who doesn't yell at his wife when she spends $3,000 on fucking Christmas or fall decorations or whatever the fuck. Just please. Just stop. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. I really appreciate you taking the time. This one was a bit of a long one, but thanks for sticking around if you did. If you liked the video, you could definitely subscribe, but all I ask is that you leave a comment. Let me know one thing you did like, one thing you didn't like. I really want to learn how to get better, and it boosts my interactions. Check out some of my other videos if you want, but other than that, thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys. See ya.